The city needs a hero. The people need saving. Right, Dark Law?
Welcome back, guys, to episode 7 of Restarting My Yu-Gi-Oh! Journey. And this time, we're going all the way back to probably the first deck I ever actually owned and started playing with, and that being Heroes. Now, more specifically, my favorite heroes are Destiny heroes, and that was mostly what my first deck was, not really the Omni heroes that we have now. It was mostly Destiny heroes because my favorite card was 100% Destiny Hero Plasma. That guy is the GOAT, the strongest card, the strongest Destiny hero in my opinion. Well, I guess it's debatable between him and DPE, but I like Plasma a little bit more. And you know what? Comment down below what your guys' favorite hero is. You know, any one of them out of the 200, 300 cards that there are. Now, over the past few years, I've been keeping kind of up to date on my hero collection, but as of late, not as much, but we still have a couple of gems here that I'm going to show off. Look at these nice ultimate rare Flame Wingmans, Shining Flare Wingmans, and just a bunch of miscellaneous other ones too, like Destiny heroes and some of the Evo heroes too. So we're playing this now just to prep ourselves up for the new Evo heroes coming out soon, and we're definitely going to be playing those because I think the new Evo heroes are actually pretty good for the deck. Heroes for sure hold a really special place in my heart because, I mean, first deck I ever really owned, and also pretty much the first deck that the Nintendo DS games handed you was an Elemental Hero deck. Although it wasn't good, they were definitely iconic. And of course, growing up when I had a conscious mind, you know, out of that kid phase, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX was actually the first series that I really was watching. And so, yeah, for sure, all I remember from those days was like the Destiny Hero versus Jaden, like the Aster Phoenix and Jaden match. I remember that one very fondly. As for my deck, it's not really gonna look too crazy. There's a couple of differences, but most of the time those are just like, do I play 2 of this or 3 of that? That's mostly the difference. So, I mean, my deck list isn't gonna look too crazy compared to everyone else's. I think they're all gonna about look the same in the end. And of course, for anyone who doesn't know what Heroes does, we will be doing a 1.5 card combo to kind of show you guys what hero end boards are gonna look like and what they kind of do. Here it is, the Stratos normal summon to start off with, and a random hero in hand to discard. So it's gonna go Ferris to place increase tribute to summon out, increase summon Vion from deck, and then Vion send Malicious, and of course Vion then banish Ferris to add polymerization. So Ferris is definitely one of the most important parts along with Vion. Of course, Vion has to resolve for all this to really go through, and so from here we have a bunch of Maliciouses to go through because it's at 3 now. We're gonna go for a Cross Crusader, add a Liquid Soldier just for the draw to discard one, that just to help filter out and maybe get some hand traps. And then we're gonna go Infernal Devicer, of course, show off the Shining Neos Wingman to be able to add our Neos here. And then from here, we want to keep at least 1 Malicious ready because we're going to need to use it for the DPE. So we're going to go Wonder Driver, then activate Poly, fuse away both of our Elemental Heroes to make the Infernal Rage. So Infernal Rage would be, Chainlink 3, Wonder Driver Chainlink 1, and Liquid Soldier Chainlink 2. So a bunch of Chainlinks there. Going to reset the Poly, draw 2, discard 1, and of course add a Favorite Contact here. So Favorite Contact is one of our end board pieces. We're gonna go Infernal Rage, tribute to summon Sunrise, add a Miracle Fusion, and then here we're gonna use our last Malicious out of the deck, summon out, and then activate Polymerization. So this is how we're gonna get the DPE out. So and then from here we're gonna activate Miracle Fusion, banish away our Infernal Rage and Neos because those guys are gonna get shuffled back into the deck. And DPE pop both the Wake Up and our DPE to summon out Shadow Mist to then be able to add a Mass Change. So from here, we have pretty much every piece. All we have to do is just set the 2 cards we added, and of course go to the opponent's turn. And here DPE comes out, and then Wonder Driver will activate once again to set the Polymerization. So a little bit layered interruption here. So the Favorite Contact, summon out the Dark Law, make everything get banished. And of course, DPE on top of all that. So pretty layered end board here. And of course, Shadow Mist will be adding our follow-up, whatever it may be, probably just Shadows though. And as always, it wouldn't be an episode without a little bit of a mail time. So let's see what we're picking up. And now that we got the weekly pickups out the way, let's see if heroes can save the day tonight. Let's go. Bro, this guy's a freak, bro. What? Alright, round 1 of locals. Here we go. We're up against Flunder, and we're already getting our imperm dodged. Okay, good start. I think they're going to end on just M-Pen with the trap setup. No field spell, fortunately. But our hand is not looking good. We drew 3 cards we don't want to draw. The Elemental Hero Neos, Destiny Hero Plasma, and a Favorite Contact. So at this point, I'm thinking I might just have to end up going for the Plasma. And we drew Droll for turn 2, which I think the way I'm about to play it does kind of help me play around his trap cards. So I'm going to summon out my my Stratos here and force him to use the back row by going the effect to pop back row. So he gets the add and normal summons, and then on resolution when he goes like Eagle 1, Robin 2, I'm just going to chain the Droll here, so we actually will not be able to normal summon again. And then we're going to put them all into a Plasma. Okay, so from here, we're just going to take attack over one of the monsters and then see where we go from there. But he probably won't be able to out this Plasma. It's really awkward in Flunder, especially. Even if like it gets down to like 1900 attack, that's still too high of an attack for him to beat through. He goes evenly to out my Sunrise. I purposely didn't activate my Sunrise to add Miracle Fusion because I was more worried about like triple tactics talents. We drew Shadow Mist again after shuffling it back, and then we just go for Poly, Shadow Mist effect to add, and we're just gonna go for game here. And looks like he didn't quite have anything left, just M-Pen and the Feather Storm. So game 2, we're going second again, but no hand traps this time, and we're under shifter. So from here, I'm thinking immediately, I think Plasma is our only play here if we can get to it. So let's see if we can get to it. We drew a bunch of engines, so we will have, I think, enough ways to get enough bodies depending on how it plays out. So we're gonna go Shadows off a Hero Lives into Plasma, go for Ferris here. So this by itself will put up 3 bodies, and he knows what Plasma did to him last time, so he's gonna try and stop it. He tries to go the effect of the trap, and I go increase the summon. So I'm trying to get the extra bodies out before he can rise up, bounce my my increase. And so from here, we're just gonna go for actually, I probably could have waited, but he bounces back my Vion and puts the increase on top of my deck. And then we're just gonna go you know, Fusion Destiny and our normal summons. So Shadows, we're gonna go effect to pop back row, and then Fusion Destiny here. So we're going to unfortunately lose some bodies, but we do get 3 bodies, and I wanted to go battle to get over 2 bodies, but we don't have enough attack. So Plasma it is. Plasma take Ryza and attack over the M-Pen. So let's see if we can out the Plasma. It's going to be very, very awkward. I can only think of very specific combinations of cards. He has Shifter again. He does have, there are combinations to beat Plasma in Flunder, but he unfortunately did not have it. So we have a second Fusion Destiny to make DPE once again, but this time we have something to pop. The Mega Ryza in our back row. So we're going to pop we're gonna pop a card, and then of course Plasma take the other monster, and then if it passes turn again, D-Shifter will be off, so we can start using our DPE to pop his cards again. So he just scoops there, he already knows. And for our entry pack, what do we get here? Oh, just Arvada. Okay, unfortunate, but you know, I guess it could have been worse. So match number 2, we're up against Sky Striker. So Sky Striker against heroes is something I have not seen in a long time. So we do see Ferris and a body to discard, and we have the mass change to dodge 1 imperm. And then from here, we have full combo. He has no more interruptions, and so you guys can pretty much see the same combo, I guess, in a way that you guys already saw. So it's a little bit different, but mostly the same thing. We're going to end on the DPE mass change set and the favorite contact set. And we're already going to have a Dark Law already because we're having it this turn. So he's going to have to deal with double Dark Law, basically. He won't be able to just Widow Anchor, get rid of it. We will just be able to dodge it if we want to banish a bunch of his cards. And that's pretty much how this matchup is going to be. For this matchup, you just want to stop them from getting spells in the graveyard if you can. And for our case, we can for sure. He's just going to start, you know, trying to cycle through, find an answer, and not get any spell cards. So he's going to go... I go like Dark Law effect to rip out of the hand. He goes Widow Anchor, and then we go Mass Change on top of our Dark Law. So he's going to lose the Mass or the Widow Anchor and a card from hand. So just hitting a bunch of spells out of his hand, and then he goes for another Widow Anchor. But this time I'm just going to go, yeah, let's just DPE, pop the Widow Anchor, make sure he gets banished. And then our Dark Law is offline now, but we got like 4 cards out of the hand, which I think is like plenty, to be honest. He does have Ray, but unfortunately he doesn't really have too many things off of from here. He won't get enough spells in grave, so he just goes before he goes into end phase for a Shizuku effect. I'm just gonna pop the back row that he sets and the Shizuku, and then he gets Ray back out, but he won't be able to summon anything because he already went through most of his other cards. I guess he has like Hayate, but which is not really enough in that scenario. So we're going second again, but we unfortunately do not have full combo. We have combo, but not quite what we want. So we have a way to get a Dark Angel because we hard drew it, and then the Fusion Destiny, which is all we need. So we're looking at a DPE plus Dark Angel on their board. Fortunately, I forgot that Typhon exists, but he put Typhon in the main monster zone, so we're keeping the Typhon on his field, and he won't be able to activate any of his Sky Striker effects. I try to Ash the Pod Desires, but he does have Called By, so either he Called Bys that or the DPE. It's kind of a weird scenario there, and also he attacked over the DPE, so it wasn't able to like chain Called By to stop it completely. I was gonna get a summon back no matter what there. I make a mistake of not Cross Crusader summon back Denier, which is really dumb of me, so I did not get enough bodies to end the game there, which I definitely 100% should have had enough bodies to end the game. So unfortunately the game goes on a little bit longer than it should have. However, with DPE in rotation and Sky Striker having to get started, we do eventually end up getting through. We get to a point where just every turn DPE pop is really annoying, and he didn't have the Shark Cannon for it, or at least he misplays one time the Shark Cannon for it before getting to his turn. And I do get a mass change to be able to Dark Law, so he has to deal with Dark Law and a DPE, and then we eventually get some stuff set up with the trap card too. So yeah, it's just over from there. Moving on to match number 3, we have full combo again. That always feels nice. I was 100% expecting to get a Dominus Impulse, Ghost Ogre, and all that, but it didn't quite look like it this time. We're up against Snake Eye Fiendsmith, so no Fire Kings unfortunately, but I mean Dark Law handles both those variants anyways. We go mass change chain onto Wanted, and it looks like that was enough. So going on to game 2, we have triple hand trap. We Ash the original Symbol Spoil, so he goes Talents Draw 2, normal Ash, I imperm that. He goes Deception, send tribute, and then I Ghost Ogre that. So we had to be able to deal with Deception on the follow-up. He goes Trap Tricks right into D Barrier, which doesn't look great. However, he shotguns it. So the 2 increases in my hand and the mass change, I can actually mass change safely for Dark Law on the next turn, which is I do it immediately because in case he draws the Diabell Star, I don't want him to be able to summon it and then out the Dark Law. So yeah, from there, He goes Bonfire, add Poplar. I rip out of the hand. I think I hit the Poplar. Yeah, I hit the Poplar, and all he has is just useless cards. It technically was not game. He could have just waited and kept going to see if I did have game eventually, which I, actually would not have. But, he scoops it anyway. So on to match number 4. I go Fusion Destiny, gets ashed, and then we had normal summon Vion, which is probably the next best thing. So we have DPE setup still, and then a favorite contact set for a possible pop 2, maybe even more. And since we're up against Fire King Snake Eye, we're definitely getting a pop 3 in this matchup. So he starts out with Dia Bellstar, letting this for the most part through. Those are just a couple cards I'm like really worried about. He goes Original Sinful Soils to ascend the Deception. I just ashed that, keep him off of the Snake Eyes cards, and then from here he has a bunch of Fire Kings. He's gonna use up all the effects right away and have like 4 bodies on field. So this is like a moment where I can just immediately go for like a pop 3 with the favorite contact. So the Shiny Neos Wingman puts in a lot of work. He summons the 3. I just pop all the Fire Kings. He doesn't get any more effects off of them. All he has is the Kieran left, and then of course from here I'm just gonna go DPE effect, pop the Dia Bellstar, and then from here I have like a bunch of follow-ups still, and he knows DPE is coming back, so he just scoops it up, and then we're going on to game number 2. All right, let's finish it off strong. Can we do it 4-0? Let's see. We have Droll, which is pretty nice considering how he starts off with Deception. So Droll on res here. He doesn't have much else left. It's just a Omni Negate and a Unknown Trap or spell, I guess, set. And then the Deception for follow-up. So we have Ferris effect, of course. And then to dodge, we have Mass Change, but he negates the Mass Change. So yeah, look at that. Normal summon Vion. Well, would you look at that? Just way better than Stratos. This is definitely why I'm on 3 Vion. Vion is just so vital to the game plan that having 3, it just makes more sense. And the soft once return on adding Poly also matters a lot. So we have a whole lot of bodies to play with here, and enough for just a really big amount of pluses on our monsters. So that's just game, and we're ending off 4-0. Wow, second place. Hey, that's pretty good for heroes. All right, so yeah, locals went pretty well. Going undefeated is pretty good, I would say, for playing the deck after like a long time not playing it. But here is the deck list. So I will also have the link to the YDK down below, but nothing like too special. I think the only thing that probably the biggest change is like 3 Vion instead of 3 Stratos. Just Vion is just so much more important than Stratos is. I can't stress that enough. Not having the Vion normal summon would have been probably a game if I didn't have it. So yeah, for sure Vion is the better summon. I probably could have put in Rhoda, but I don't know. I just needed more non-engine because, hand traps are very important right now. You can't let decks go like playing without being interrupted right now. So for sure. But other than that, I mean, the list pretty self-explanatory. I don't really think there's much else that you guys would be like, oh, why is that there? I think the other thing that I might want to add is polymerization, but at the same time, Poly kind of sucks to draw, so I don't know. It's one of those things that like you could play 2, you could play 1. You probably should only play 1 though. All right, so that's gonna be it from me. Let me know what you guys think about the video, and of course, like I said, always like and subscribe so you guys don't miss out on future episodes. And maybe maybe we get to 5K before the end of the year, guys. We're still trying to hit that 5K sub, and maybe we can have a little celebration. But for now, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.